Okay, today I'm spending some time here and I'm going to run through the 10 most common mistakes people make with video, and they're all totally avoidable. All you need to do is spend some time in the planning stages, and these are all completely avoidable mistakes. There's no need for you to make any of them. And the first thing that I'm going to highlight for you is when people make their videos too long. It's a classic mistake. But the first thing, now you'll know this yourself, your eyes are going to flick to how long the video is, and we are all pressed for time these days. It's maybe our most valuable commodity, and we're going to figure out, do I want to spend this amount of time watching this video? Now, the thing is, if they don't know what your content is, and they don't know that it's going to be worth their while, they're not going to invest a lot of time. So keep it really short. I'm going to suggest under 2 minutes, 3 minutes maximum. And I've got some really interesting studies that back that up too. TubeMogul did an audience attention span study. They found that after 10 seconds, you've only got about 90% of your audience left. After 30 seconds, maybe about 65, and at 2 minutes, 15%. So keep them short if you want to keep your audience, particularly if they don't know you. Now, if you are presenting some training and you've got a lot of information and people know who you are and they know they're going to get value out of it, that's a completely different thing. But your videos, keep them nice and tight and you're going to get a lot more views. So that brings me right to number 2, and that is that people tend to save the best till last if they don't really know what they're doing. Now, I'm going to remind you here, you've got 10 seconds to make an impression. You better make the best of it. Grab people's attention, tell them what fantastic value you're about to deliver to them, and get the ball rolling immediately. Do not wait. He who hesitates is lost, definitely, with video. So the only reason after that the people are going to bounce off your site, if you've done your homework properly and you've invited the right people to see your video and they've decided to put the time in, it's nice and short, and they think it's a good exchange of their time for the value that they might get, it's because your delivery, your content is either irrelevant to them or boring. So make sure that you are targeting your niche. Make sure then, furthermore, that you are giving them something that they want to hear about, not just what you want to say. Speak the right words to the right people and they will continue to watch your video right through to the end, and your marketing goals will be accomplished. Another huge mistake that people make in their videos is not having a compelling call to action at the end and then making it easy for people to follow through. Now, I'm going to break that down for you into 2 parts because they're equally important. You have to tell people exactly what it is that you want them to do in order to achieve your marketing goal. So whatever your goal is for your video, you tell them, jump to my website, call me, fill in your details, send them through. Whatever it is that's going to give you your outcome. And then the second part, really important, you make it easy for them to do that. Make it simple for them to follow through on the action you want them to take. So you've got your URL clearly displayed, you've got a clickable link, whatever it is that's going to enable them to follow through quickly and easily, and you accomplish your marketing goal. Okay, here's a few tips that apply directly to the construction part of making your video, the actual shoot. And the first thing I'm going to flag here, classic mistake, camera shake, so avoidable. All you need is a tripod. And if you don't have a tripod, put it on a piece of furniture, a wall, a stack of books, absolutely anything. People can really feel a bit seasick, a bit queasy if they're watching your video, and they're definitely not going to watch it to the end. Now, that is, unless of course it's a bit of an action shot that you're incorporating into your video for a reason. You might have a good reason for showing people that you're on the go when you're moving, but don't do it gratuitously, just keep it nice and still, and your video is going to be much more pleasant to watch. And poor sound quality. The number of times you see a video, you know you've seen it yourself. Dogs barking in the background, planes flying overhead, and wind noise. That's one of my pet hates. If you get something with wind noise in, seriously, bin it. Throw it away and start again. It just distracts from your message, and your message is what you're here to tell. Spend a little bit of money and invest in a microphone. You can just tuck them away, you plug them into your camera, and your message is clear, crystal clear. People will forgive many, many things on your video if you've got great sound. Even your lighting can be a little bit out of control, maybe a bit low. That's probably the next thing I'm going to move on to here. If you can, get some lights set up, just get some lamps happening. If you can't do that, get near a window, and if you can't do that, go outside. It's not really hard. Don't be in shadow, and my next point, don't be too far away from the camera. You know what? People want to look into your eyes. It's like meeting you. They want to see who you are. They want to get a feel for the kind of person you are and whether they can trust you, and they want to look into your eyes while they're doing it. We know it. It's human nature. It makes us feel like, yes, that's the kind of person that I'd like to work with and do business with. So there's some great practical tips. They don't cost any money, and you can just get yourself in front of the camera and get your message really through to the other side. Connect with people. That's what we're all about. The next stage is where people can make some really dreadful mistakes with good footage. And so in your editing, I'm really going to advise you to keep it very, very simple. Now, you'll probably notice I do a lot of talking headshots, and I try and get it in one go if it's a nice short video, because that means I don't have to do a lot of editing. On this one, I'm jumping in and out a little bit to create a bit of visual interest and to give myself some space to get my message across in short bites that are comfortable for me to do, so I can really feel I'm having a conversation with you. And the transitions between them, I'm going to say, just stick right away from anything that's fancy. Just short little fades between scenes or where you cut things together. I will just kind of stitch them together, and it'll be very simple for people to watch. It's part of our storytelling that we're used to. When we watch videos and movies, we just ignore these little transitions. We know that it's part of the techniques that are used to actually bind it all together, and we can just move on and hear the message. So anything fancy, just steer right clear away from it, because all it's going to do is distract people and take away from your essence that you're presenting, your personality, your brand, and your brand message and your marketing message. So keep it really, really simple, and your videos will definitely benefit from it. The absolute biggest mistake that you can make as an online video marketer is not positioning your video properly online. Okay, so you have made a fantastic video. You've got great content. You know exactly who your audience is, and you're giving them excellent information that you know they're really going to be able to use to take themselves and their business and their lives to the next level. So you've done all that, and yet you've got no views, no hits, no one's watching it because you didn't position it properly online. You must have a strategy. You must know how to get your message out there, where to put it, so that people are going to see it, they're going to watch it, they're going to get your message, and furthermore, they're going to pass it on. They're going to share it out there online with other people who can also benefit from what it is that you're spreading around. If you don't position your video properly online, it was all for nothing. Never ever make that mistake. Get yourself educated. Okay, I've had so much fun putting this together for you, and I hope that it's really been of benefit. These are mistakes that you never need to make again. I'd love some feedback on it. Jump over to my Facebook page or onto my website. Let me know what you thought, and definitely spread it around. Spread the good news. Together, we all prosper. I'll see you soon.